We've all seen and hopefully experienced how volunteering can change lives, both for those receiving assistance and also for those who give their time and talents. But think bigger. When we make a connection, we also change communities. Starfire Council believes all people have gifts, and by empowering individuals, you can change lives with everyone involved holding a stake in one another's personal success.
At Starfire, being a member just means kind of being involved. Membership is not based on whether you do or do not have a disability. Anyone in Cincinnati can be a member of Starfire. And what do members do? They teach classes, they take classes, they work on projects together, they go to coffee shops and talk about what they're interested in. So what we're finding is when people get together based on those common interests, lives are changed, communities are built, and we're kind of throwing that old model of borrow a cup of sugar back into 2012, getting people connected based on things that they love.
Michael is an excellent example of how easy it can be to enrich someone's life, like Joe's, just by sharing his love for history.
Well, I'm actually a volunteer and part of Joe's curriculum capstone committee, and it's a group of very interested people like his mom and others that want to help him be able to complete his academic project.
And bringing history to life.
That's exactly right, and Joe is very much into interpreting history.
And
you want to share that with others, don't you?
You need to share with others.
That's right. So
that's what I like about work with this guy.
Work with this guy.
This guy's much fun.
So many organizations, even large ones like the Freedom Center here, rely so heavily. All of our docents are volunteers, and it helps reestablish our connection to our community. I mean, it feels very good to be a part of that, as opposed to just, living among the world as opposed to living in the world. So
someone meets Joe and they have the same passion as him. What happens is his disability folds to the back. So the more people like Michael can come into Joe's life and bring him in to the community or the network of people who can see Joe like that, Joe's life is just going to be so rich and so full and so exciting.
Teresa shared her love of cooking with Starfire members and made several surprising discoveries along the way.
On a weekly basis, go in and just do some fun cooking classes.
I never knew that I was really passionate about cooking, actually, because I didn't even think that I would come out as a cook. So, but
hidden talent.
Yeah, hidden talents.
I think the thing that I like the most about going there is that I learned a long time ago. I walked in the doors with an agenda thinking I would be teaching, and I'm the one that leaves who learned much more. Not just about the members at Starfire, but about myself and about the community.
I think that she's more than just my friend here. She's really more family kind of thing.
Sherri is a perfect example of how sharing her knowledge of banking with others can enrich their everyday lives.
Huntington's really big on community service and community outreach. A lot of banks can, or anybody can put money out there, but money doesn't always bring the value that people are looking for. They're looking for more time, and time, teaching people about banking, the skills that they may have not gotten in a certain setting, it's important. I'm a strong believer that it only takes one person to change somebody else. So whatever your expertise is, whatever it is that you have, someone's needing it. Somebody can use it, utilize it, and make themselves better.
What's really important to us is to talk about how Starfire is not a place. It's a spirit. It's a mindfulness. It's being thoughtful about getting to know your neighbors, getting to know people and what their gifts are and what their passions are. Because we know that when we find that out about people, what they love and what they're into, we can see them as citizens, as active citizens of our communities. And then we know how to connect people based on those interests.
Being connected is not something that's just like the norm in the city. It's harder than it seems like it should be sometimes. So it's really helpful when organizations like Starfire make that an ideal and help provide these avenues for connection. Joseph's passion was living in the city without a car, getting around by bicycle and by bus. He's a really big bus enthusiast, as he said. And so that kind of formed the connection for us.
If I don't have that, then I'm at home watching TV being bored doing nothing.
Starfire has really been important for me as well, right? It's helped me connect with my community and people like Joseph. So it's not just the Starfire members who've been connected to people like me, but it goes both ways. And the result of that are some really amazing initiatives, some projects, some really fun and positive things for the entire city.
Perhaps Teresa says it best.
If you light a lamp for someone, your own path becomes more clear. And they've lit a lot of lamps for me. So I'll just leave it at that.